Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's just a couple of wavy lines. Ah.
Curtains drawn, strike the match, breathe it in. Welcome to the gap between thoughts, dead air, black chair, lights off. We collect all the smoke, all the tales you forgot. Light 'em up, listen in, let 'em chatter in the dark. Got a box full of calls that never came through. Voices lost in the crawl space still blame you. We invite every rumor and rumor's ghost. Pull up a seat, Kimiko is the host. In the void, no one hears you scream. Only echoes crawling through the reef. We like all the spooky they avoid. Conspiracies blooming in the noise. When the smoke clears, I'm still here. Still here. Facing the static right in your ear. So near. You can turn it down. You can kill that scream, but you're blowing smoke with me. In the void between.
Hello, all you creepy crawlers, and welcome back to another episode of the Blowing Smoke Podcast. The podcast where we light up the truth, no filter, no corporate fluff, just real talk. From a gamer in Phoenix, Arizona, who's been riding with PlayStation since the PS1 days. So today, we're going full throttle on something that's got the entire gaming community raging. Sony just jacked up the price of the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation Digital version, the PlayStation Pro, and the Portal by a stupid amount. Effective April 2nd. So, like 11 days ago or so. We're talking $100 on the base models and $150 on the Pro. And if you're just tuning in, maybe grab a drink, maybe a controller. You're scared to drop now because like everything costs more. But because we're spending the next, 20 minutes or so maybe, breaking down exactly how this happened and why it's tied to straight up inflation and the global economic chaos, how it's already messing with you, like the everyday gamers, and also messing with me, and what it means for every future PS5 release coming down the pipeline in 2026 and beyond. No sugarcoating. No, it's just business excuses. We're blowing smoke on all of it. If this is your first episode, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. If you're a fellow PS5 owner feeling the burn, let me know in the comments or whatever. What was the last game that you bought full price? Did you hesitate because of the wallet hit? Well, alright, this is Kimiko, your host. Light up and listen in. Before we get too deep, real quick, this episode is brought to you, by me, reminding you to support small creators. Visit my merch shop. It's on Spring. Also, quick shout out to the Arizona crew. If you're in Phoenix and still hunting for a pre-hike PS5 at a local shop, good luck because GameStop's been sold out since the announcement. Okay, back to the chaos. So let's kind of recap Sony's official statement. Let's start with the facts straight from Sony. So this is a blog post that they had on March 27th. They titled it New Price Changes for PS5, PS5 Pro, and the PlayStation Portal. Cute, huh? So, quote, with continued pressures in the global economic landscape, we've made the decision to increase the prices of PS5, PS5 Pro, and the PlayStation Portal remote player globally. The new US price is effective April 2nd. The standard PS5 with disc drive is now $649, was originally $549. The PS5 digital edition, which was $599, is $599, and it was $499. The PS5 Pro is now $899, originally was $749, and the PlayStation Portal $249.99, and it used to be $199.99. That's the second hike in under a year. They already bumped everything up $50 back August of 2025 because of tariffs. Now we're getting another $100 to $150 wallop. The digital edition took the biggest percentage hit. That thing launched at $399 in 2020. Now it's like $600. $600 for a box that only plays digital games. I read the comments on Reddit, Twitter, X, everywhere. People are pissed. Sony's lost their minds. This is the end of console gaming. Guess I'm sticking to my PS4 until it dies. And look, I get it. I felt the same gut punch when I saw the news. You know, I've been saving up for a Pro upgrade myself because, you know, my launch PS5 is starting to sound like a jet engine on a God of War Ragnarok. Now, nah, I'm good. I'll just deal with it. But let's not stop at Sony bad. We're going to talk about why this is happening and how inflation is the real villain here, and how it's already rippling through the entire gaming community. Alright, so history of the PS5 pricing. The inflation timeline. Rewind real quick with me. PS5 launched November of 2020, $499 for the disc and $399 for the digital. That price held steady for almost 5 years, while everything else in life got more expensive. Rent, groceries, gas, even a damn avocado. Then August 2025, first hike to $549 and $499 because of the tariffs under the new administration. Sony blamed global supply chain pressures. Now, March 2026, this monster jump. What changed? 2 big things the company won't say out loud, but the industry reports are screaming. Number 1, memory and semiconductor prices have exploded. DRAM and NAND flash are up 60 to 100% plus because AI companies are hoarding chips like they are the apocalypse. Every console, every game, everything needs an SSD, and right now there just isn't any. 2, straight up inflation plus tariffs. Component costs, shipping, labor, everything's up. Sony's not eating those costs anymore. They're passing them on to us. And it isn't just Sony's problem. Microsoft did similar Xbox price bumps last year. Nintendo Switch 2 launched with some $80 games already. The entire industry is feeling the squeeze. But here's the part that burns me. The PS5 is 5.5 years old. We're in the back half of the generation. Usually prices drop this late in the cycle. Instead, they're going up. That tells you how bad the economic pressure really is. I remember when PS3 launched at $599 and everybody lost their minds. Now it feels cheap compared to a $900 Pro. Wild. How this hits the gaming community. Real talk from a real gamer. Alright, let's get personal. I'm in Phoenix. Average rent here is already ridiculous. And a lot of us are working class gamers, teachers, retail workers, nurses, truck drivers, who grind 40 plus hours and then come home to unwind with a $70 game. That $100 jump on the console, that's a car payment, groceries for 2 weeks, a tank of gas for a week. New gamers, forget it. A kid saving allowance for their first PS5 just got priced out even harder. Parents who were on the fence about buying one for Christmas, they're looking at Xbox or PC or just saying maybe next year. Existing owners like me, well, we're not upgrading. I was eyeing the Pro for a better performance in 4K on those, 2026 titles. Now, my launch PS5 is getting another year whether it likes it or not. And it's not just hardware. Game prices are still $70 for most AAA titles. But the writing is on the wall. Former PlayStation boss Yoshida already said that $80 games were going to happen sooner or later because of production costs. Polls on NeoGAF and Game FAQs are split. Half the community swearing that they'll never pay $80, and the other half saying, I'll pay whatever for GTA 6. We're already seeing the behavioral shift. Most people waiting for sales, like Steam, PS Store, holiday deals, are carrying the industry. Explosion in Game Pass / PS Plus subscriptions because $70 every month hurts. Indies and AA games thriving because they're only like $20 to $40. And that's still a slap. Physical collectors getting squeezed. Disc drive add-on is still like $80 extra on the Pro. I've seen friends cancel PS Plus after the last quiet price creep. Reddit threads full of I'm done after this sub runs out. The community is fracturing. The serious gamers with disposable income will keep buying everything day one. The rest of us, we're becoming the wait for a sale or Game Pass crowd. And that changes what gets funded. Quick breakup. Let's have a merch commercial because I need some water.
Well, you have done it. You have seeked out merch for your favorite podcast. Look at all the cool stuff. You know, Kimiko has got you covered from apparel to drinkware. Scream responsibly. The Void wants you. It calls to you to support the Blowing Smoke podcast. Check it out today.
Okay, sorry, I needed a second. This stuff makes me heated. And hey, if you're driving, stay safe out there in this Phoenix heat, because it's just warming up. Or getting humid. Or just randomly dropping. Our weather's all bipolar and messed up. So, let's get back to it. The dev side. Rising costs, layoffs, and what it means for 2026-2027 games. Flip side of the coin. The developers. Game budgets are insane now. A single AAA title can cost $200 to $300 million to make and market. Inflation on everything from motion capture studios to voice actors to cloud servers is brutal. Add the memory shortage because AI is eating all the RAM and the SSDs, and suddenly Sony just can't keep hardware prices flat without losing money. We saw over 9,000 layoffs in 2025 alone. Studios closing, projects canceled and left. The industry is bigger than ever in revenue, but feels like it's shrinking in opportunity. So what does this mean for future releases? Short term. So the rest of 2026. Big first-party stuff like the next big exclusives will still drop at $70, but expect more deluxe editions, season passes, and microtransactions to make up for the difference. Third-party publishers are already testing $80 price points on certain titles. We saw it in some Switch 2 games. Live service games will keep getting pushed harder because they print money over years instead of one $70 sale. Longer term, so 2027 and the next gen. $80 to $90 standard editions are coming. It's not if, it's when. Fewer risky original IPs. More sequels, remakes, and safe bets. Indies will explode even more. Cheaper to make, cheaper to buy, and often more creative. Subscription fatigue might hit the PS Plus if it keeps creeping up too high. So rumors are already swirling about another tier increase. I hate it. But I also see the math. Sony isn't printing money on hardware anymore. They're making it on software and services. If hardware costs more to produce, either prices go up or they make less consoles. Neither option is great for us. So here's my predictions, okay? My hot take, as Kimiko, who's been gaming since, I don't know, Mario 1? So this generation has officially become the most expensive in history when you adjust for inflation. We went from affordable entertainment to luxury hobby real quick. Prediction 1, PS5 sales will dip hard in Q2 2026. People who were on the fence, who bought early or switched platforms, well, lucky you, because stuff's just not going to get any less expensive. Prediction 2, we'll see more Game of the Year editions at launch for $80 to $100 to justify the price. And my third prediction, the indie renaissance continues. Games like ones from smaller teams will feel like the real winners, while AAA games just play it safe. I want to hear from you, so drop something in the comments. Did you buy a PS5 before April 2nd? Are you canceling any pre-orders? What one game you're waiting on that now feels way too expensive? So, I know this one was heavy, okay? But that's what the Blowing Smoke podcast is for. We don't dodge the tough topics. Sony made a business decision. Inflation and global economics forced their hand, but that doesn't mean that we still have to like it or stay quiet about how it's pricing out regular gamers and reshaping what games even get made. The future of gaming isn't dead, it's just changing. More subscriptions, more sales hunting, more indies, and maybe even more PC cloud streaming if consoles keep getting pricier. Stay smart out there. Buy used when you can. Support devs that you love directly. And most importantly, keep gaming, because that's what brings us together. That's it for me. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Blowing Smoke podcast. Not sure what the next one will be. It'll be a surprise. So, you stay creepy like Kimiko Kusanagi, okay? Bye!
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.